People, here's what I was talking about YouTube. So it's there's the name of it, Missy's channel. I keep subscribing and all this, and YouTube keeps screwing up. So I hope it's up loud enough where she can explain it to you.
On YouTube, I want people to see how YouTube is in fact cheating people from views. So this particular, so I've got 2 likes, 1 comment is what this says, and 0 views. 2 likes, 1 comment, but 0 views. So I have shared this specific video in various places, and a lot of people have listened to this video. Okay? And they say that I have no views. We've literally discussed what's in this video. They've listened to it. They're like, oh. And so YouTube is absolutely cheating people from views. I mean, I've caught this. I don't know. I've gone over this. I don't know how many times. I've had people telling me that they're listening, to certain playlists and stuff. And they discuss my videos, and yet, they don't give me no credit for views. So YouTube cheats. They cheat people. I just want to put that.
They also take away subscribers too.
You should test it. Test your stuff. Have people watch your video. If if your videos are like at 0 or something weird like that, and you'll find that they are cheating people, outright cheating people.
So, people, I told you, YouTube been cheating us, taking our subscribers away.
Are some legal professionals?
So, I told you when I got back home, I show you it. I showed you the channel. She's even getting cheated out of that subscribers, watch hours, and everything else. I got home and I sent something to YouTube. Everything don't make no sense. I know I'm not that smart up here, people. But it gets you to thinking. I'm not the only one that YouTube done it to. They're doing it to lawyers. They done it to MG Law, who is a lawyer. He got over 7,000 subscribers. When he came live the next time and check it, he was way under 7,000. They keep going back and forth. Why is YouTube screwing with us YouTubers? I know you're all smarter than I am. I'm not the smartest person in the world. YouTube must got a bug. I've done the same thing that Miss Channel did, and nothing computes. I also got, video, VID, IQ, or video IO or something that you see, that you get. And sometimes you have to pay for it. I had over 3,000 watch hours. I had 4,000 subscribers. So I went to YouTube. Well, I had over 40,000 whatever it was, and I went and check it on YouTube. YouTube wasn't even close to the watch hours. They wasn't close to the subscribers. So what happened to all the subscribers? They get that, I guess, from YouTube. I don't know where IQ or whatever you call it, it pops up in ads every once in a while. Hola. How you doing, my friend? Hello, Anthony. Okay, I just got back from Clarksville. Had to go down there and get a few things and all that. Then we stop at the Walmart in Clarksville. Well, I think they call it not Walmart, the Green Tree Mall. I got Walmart on my mind for some reason, but he went and got him some new tennis shoes and house slippers. And since we last talked the other day, Anthony, YouTube's having fun messing with my brain. I lost a subscriber. I get them all back, then I lose them. YouTube is so screwed up, I even sent them a complaint in. You know, even when they take over 300 away from a lawyer, you know, like MG Law. And they doing this to a whole bunch of people. I don't know why YouTube's doing it. I just can't figure it out. I know, Anthony, you smarter than I am, probably. I would say you are. And everybody else out there is smart as they can be. I done a little short video from Missy's channel and show you how YouTube is screwing her on her views. You know, and a bunch of other stuff. You know, I just can't figure it out. I see from my volume's up. So I want to make sure I didn't hit my button down. Aloha. I bet you're a very sweet, good-looking lady. You know something? I've dated African-American girls, white girls. I guess maybe she's a little Indian. Never dated a Japanese girl. Hello, Linda. I looked at the clock. Good afternoon. I almost said good morning. And hello, Cricket. How you doing? Happy Memorial Day weekend. You know, I hope you all not having the problems like me and a bunch of other YouTubes. I know you are smart people, or you would have been on YouTube and figure out things. Why is YouTube not giving us our subscribers? Why are they taking it away from us? Why are they not giving us the views that we know we got? Why are they taking our watch hours away? You know, I can't understand it. I know I'm 70 plus years old, not computer smart. You know, I just can't understand it. You know, and I go say I'm going to use this YouTube channel that I watch 7 days a week. What the hells? And you go to his YouTube channel, it pop up, says subscribe. Why do I have to subscribe? I didn't subscribe to all notifications. Then I hit the subscribe bell, air, subscribe something like that. And I hit it 2 or 3 more times and it pops up like it should. But if I leave and come back, no, I never lived in Chicago. I've been there a few times. I know you asked this many a time, Linda. Nope, I've probably been there 30-some odd years ago in an 18-wheeler, but unless I got a twin that I don't know about. But since I'm adopted, as far as I know, she only had me. But I could have a twin. You know, could have. My real dad played around, so possible I might have a twin. So, but I never did live in Chicago. I keep replying to you that I never live in Chicago. The only place I lived was in New Albany, Indiana, Charlestown, Indiana, and where I'm at now, New Washington, Indiana. That's about 3 or 4 places. I've never left the state of Indiana that I know of, except in the 18-wheeler. You're just about 5 years older than me. But you're probably smarter up there. You probably haven't forget. 'Cause I have to write everything on the counter. Doctor's appointments. I got to write everything on the counter. Even when it comes payday, which I know it's the 3rd. I write that on the counter there. And also put bill paying on the 3rd. Put all my doctor's appointment. Since I got an app on my phone for my medicine, that keeps me in touch. Doctor's appointment, I put down on the calendar. Just like when I go to my sugar doctor or family doctor, a week before I go to them, I got to go to the hospital and give them, the vet part, get a couple of tubes of blood. Because I take metformin, Ozempic for your A1C, which they also give the Olympic shot to people who lose weight. You could tell I lost a bunch of weight in my face. I've lost over 61 pounds. I'm down about 183, I think. I'm trying to remember since I went to the hospital a week ago. It'll be 2 weeks this Tuesday, where they put the tube down my throat. Knock on wood, it wasn't cancer. It was acid problem. I took acid reflux pills. That didn't help. I still had the same problem. But they wrote out a prescription for this medicine that seemed... Well, I got high blood pressure. I got diabetes, 4 heart attack slash strokes, sugar diabetes, and I do got a little bit bad nerves. And, I used to drink alcohol in my younger days. I used to drink alcohol in my younger days, smoke marijuana, blotter acid. That's all. The rest of it you have to do with needles. I hate needles. The needles that I take, with that Ozempic, once a week. It's a little tiny needle. And that don't seem to mind, but when they go to give that blood, take my blood, or when they put the IV in, I don't like them big needles. I know. I heard of that. That must be the same thing as Ozempic. That sounded like the same thing as Ozempic. You take it once a week. You lose weight on it. Like I say, I was 44 around the waist. I've been on it. This is what, May? I think I got it on June or July when I started on it. I was 44 around the waist, 250 pounds, and back of my head back there, I keep my hair short. I used to have, back when I was in school, I used to wear my hair down to my rear end. I was one of them 60s hippies, peace. Went to the Woodstock. Well, some people, Cricket, it does work. Some people, it puts weight on. But, don't give up. If you got diabetes, you got to watch what you eat. Cut your sugar out. This is not an advertisement. It's Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's a bottle. And I used to go through 150, 175 cans a month of Pepsi. And when they came out with Pepsi Zero Sugar, I'm up to, I think, 75 a month. Except when I get upset, I either got to eat or drink more. But I do drink quite a bit of water. I take metformin. I take, I think, 7, 8 different types of medicine. Metformin, I take twice a day. That's a total of 1,000 milligrams. Well, Diet Pop, it tastes funny. It tastes funny. Diet Cokes taste funny. Diet Pepsi tastes funny. I don't know if you like Coke, you can get your Zero Coke. You can't tell the difference. Like, if you're a Pepsi person, you can get Pepsi Zero. I can't tell the difference. And another product that Pepsi makes is Mug, M-U-G, root beer. They came out a month or so ago, I think maybe a month ago, it might be 6 weeks ago, with zero sugar. I cannot tell the difference. Well, this is not really a diet drink. It just don't have the sugar in it. And Mountain Dew. Now, I know people like Mountain Dew. I bought a zero sugar Mountain Dew. I could tell the difference on Mountain Dew zero sugar. It don't taste nothing like the regular Mountain Dew. I just wanted to try it, see how it tastes. But, well, if you like Pepsi, to me, this is only my opinion. Pepsi don't pay me for it. Coke don't pay me for it. Nobody pays me for it. I'm just telling you what I'm going through. I'm not making no money from Pepsi. Like I say, when you used to drink 150 to 200 Pepsis a month, when they came out with Pepsi Zero, I can't tell the difference. That's only me. You, it might be different. Everybody's taster is different. And like I say, Mountain Dew to me is a little bit too sweet. But I drink it if I have to. But I decided to try Pepsi Zero and see if that tastes any different from the regular Mountain Dew. So, it's just something different. It could be your taster. Something that works for me might not work for you. I'm not a doctor. I got no degrees of any kind. One thing I don't like, you know, everybody's tastes are different. Our body is different. My body's different from yours. Our chemistry is different. Everybody's body is different from everybody. But the only thing we all have in common is our blood. It's red. No matter what color your skin is, we all got one thing in common. We got red blood. That's the only thing that don't change. I've been to Ohio a few times. It been raining here. I guess it started maybe about 8, 9 o'clock this morning. And it was raining when I went to Cartsville. At Cricket, do you live up there close to Jeremy and George? What the hell's? Because I know they live in Ohio. That's a good state. Back when I used to drive an 18-wheeler, I came through Ohio. What's that town? I want to say Youngstown, Ohio, I think it was. You had a truck stop there and a motel. I want to think it's 8 Days Motel, I think. When I was going to New York or anything, I've always stopped there at that truck stop / motel and spend the night there. I spent plenty of nights there. But, well, I just had a while ago, Linda, a roast beef from Arby's, which I tried to do a live stream, so I decided to turn it off. This was at Salisbury, Indiana, which is the 9-mile marker of I-65. And went up, the door was locked. That kind of made me kind of P.O. And had to go through the drive-thru. It looked like maybe they had 2 or 3 people working, I guess. Because, they're always open, inside and drive-thru. But they only had the drive-thru, I guess, because I've been there. I've been to Cincinnati. I've been to, what's that ham radio place up there in Ohio? Hamilton, Ohio. And I guess it's Cincinnati where that park is. The big, got all the Ferris wheels, roller coasters. I think that's in Cincinnati, isn't it? Because usually when I come across, that's true, nobody wants to work anymore. But I figure since school kids, the family probably took a Memorial Week. I guarantee you, what they make at those places, if they paid that much back when I was 50, socks, I've told you, quit laying in the window. Every time you go to sleep, you fall out of the window. I don't know what I'm going to do with number 1 Tomcat. Let me show you what he looks like. Socks. See, this is Socks. He's number 1. He just fell out of the window. Anytime he goes to sleep, he falls out of the window. And, I can't complain, for he's 12, 13 years old. His dad died when, I think his dad was 12 or 13, because between his dad and his mom, there's only 1 year's difference. I do too. We see signs like that. The dollar store, they're up there. You see me sometimes go to the dollar store there at Leota Road, 31 and 356. They got signs on the door. Everybody's hard. But they want $20, $30, $40 an hour. If you want to make that much money, either come a doctor or a lawyer, or go to GM or Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Kia. You be making $20 to $40 an hour. Even a janitor at Ford's over in Louisville, Kentucky, that sweeps the floor, he or she's getting over $30 an hour just to sweep the floor. I'm doing something wrong. Back when I first started working, people, I was 12 years old. I had to get a work permit. I cut grass in the cemetery with a push mower. 50 cents an hour. Gasoline was 10 to 15 cents a gallon. And Linda and you all, if you remember the 60s and 70s, let's go with the 70s. You take $50 to the grocery store. You take $50 to the grocery store back in the 60s and 70s. You needed a pickup truck to carry all your groceries home. Now, $50 is only 2 bags of groceries. I don't see how a big family can get by. I know back when I was little, it was Dad working, and the only thing Mom did is teach piano and organ lessons at her house. Monday through Saturday. Saturday kind of PO'd me off because, by the time I was 16, I got my driver's license, went out and partied, went out with a bunch of girls. I figured when I get home late Friday night, I could sleep late Saturday morning. Yep. Because I was sleeping upstairs, and you had 2 bedrooms on the first floor, then you had the basement, then you had the upstairs, which you could turn that into 2 bedrooms. Everything was cheap. And you people, as my age, my dad would be you all's grandpa, grandma, great-grandpa, great-grandma. They used to raise a garden, plant corn, beans, corn, tomatoes, and so on, cabbage. And if you had apple trees, they canned that stuff. I'm glad that the apple trees we cut them down. But I was getting tired of eating applesauce, apple butter, apple pie. It's good for you, people. I know some of you all young people, you have to be over 60 years old. And your mom and dad has to be, 80 years old. Watch them. I know there's some people out there somewhere on YouTube or live where you live on the planet that cans their food out of their garden. Because when you can your food, people, from out of your garden, you know what's in your garden. You know what you're putting in it. The food you buy at the grocery store, you don't know what's in it. So, you know, and just like in the planet, you can have chickens, you can have roosters, you can have goats where you can have goat milk. Some places on the planet, you can have chickens, but you can't have a rooster because of the noise ordinance. But people, if you live where you can have chickens, them eggs that you have at your place is better than what you get in the grocery store. You know what you're feeding your chickens. I did have some chickens there, Cricket, but you live out in the country, you got an idiot out there. I call him the bandit, because he's always wearing a mask, the raccoons. Oh, I love White Castle. Like when I first took my son to White Castle, you heard them old ladies on TV 20-so years ago say, "Where's the beef?" That's about what my son says, you know. I forget what they are at White Castle. I usually go to like a dollar store or a JC store, but if I'm close to a White Castle, which you got a White Castle in Cartsville, you got one in Jeff, you got one in New Albany on Spring Street in New Albany, and you got one in Cartsville on 31, and you got one on Jeff on 10th Street, which is also known as Highway 62. I love White Castle. Back when I was young, when I was drinking beer, that's summertime, I would eat those White Castles, cheeseburgers, and onion rings. And people, if you never ate a White Castle, you know, it's best if you had a White Castle because it'd be nice and hot and fresh and not microwave. But you'll love them. You'll love them. They're real thin. They got holes in it. When they put the hamburger on the grill, they got like onions all chopped up. I guess maybe water. They put the hamburgers on. Then I think they put the bread on. Then I don't know. I forgot. It's been so long since I've seen them made. But you know, I've always been a city boy there, Cricket. I lived in Charlestown, Indiana, 65 years. I've been out here in the country, which is the northern part of Clark County, between the 16 and 20 mile marker of I-65. And it's quiet. I live on a dead-end road, which the county still owns, because I got the paperwork from the county. They still own it. You go to the Crooked Courthouse, they said it's private, but I can never find out when it was closed. I went as far back to the 60s, because the road I live on, I'm sorry, but it's the old county road that they had back in the 40s and 50s. I think I've been there once. I live closer to Scott County, Indiana, which is Scottsburg and Austin, you know, in that area. If you go south, you got Underwood, Henryville, Memphis, Salisbury, going that way. And see, get my directions. If you go east of me, you got Charlestown, or you got let's see, you get up there by the dollar store, you go east on 356. It takes you into Lexington, Indiana, which it could take you over to Hanover, Chelsea, and yeah, I'm north of Louisville, Kentucky, about 16 to 20 miles north of Louisville, Kentucky. I know a month or so ago, you saw this lady truck driver hanging over the bridge there, which is the old Cart Bridge or 2nd Street Bridge, because that, and all this. That lady, I saw the video. It shows this blue pickup truck. They show that blue pickup truck coming on the wrong side of a road. I don't know if Kentucky charged them or Indiana charged them. But one of the TV stations done an interview. I think it was wtsc that done an interview with her. I think she was one lucky lady. Yeah, that's south of me, Linda. Oh. See, you got, I think Bardstown's, is what, south of Louisville, I think. I know there's E-Town, J-Town, then you got Fort Knox somewhere in there, and the ex-wife, well, she's dead. She died back in December. She lived in E-Town for a few years, then she moved to Jeff, where she died back in December. Kentucky's not a bad place to live. But Kentucky, say you're a convicted felon, you can't vote in Kentucky. If you live in Indiana, you can vote. I know there's some states that you can vote in and some states you can't vote in. There's nothing on paperwork where your voting rights is taken away. There's nothing in the court papers saying your Second Amendment rights is taken away. But I've looked up on Indiana law on a felon with gun laws. The way I read it, unless I misunderstood it, the only guns that I will in November. People, I know some of you don't like Trump. That's your right as a citizen of the planet. But go back. Look when he was president. Everything he said he was going to do. I know YouTube doesn't like you talk about politics. But you remember what Trump said he was going to do. He going to put people back to work. He did. He got the companies that was outside the United States to come back. He put the border wall up to keep the illegals coming in. He done everything he said he was going to do except one thing, but that was to arrest Hillary, but I'm glad he didn't because I'm kind of proud of it. But look at the gas prices. Look at the gas prices, what that was. It was under $3 in my area. I don't know what it is in California. California is always higher than we are. But here, it was under $3. I think it got as low as $2.50, I think. Could be wrong. But as soon as that a-hole got in there, what did he do? He shut down the pipeline. Shut down the pipeline. Stopped the border wall. We got those gang members coming over across the border. You got those child traffickers coming. You got all these people coming across the border. Man, if you want to come to the United States, make a better life for yourself. Do it legal. You know. Look what the Democrats tried to do to Trump when he was president. You know, they tried everything. That didn't work. They done it twice. It didn't work. After he got out of office, now you got New York and a couple other places trying to hang him. If you study your history, people, the president has the right to declassify top secret documents. You know, I know Democrats is afraid of them. They can't leave them alone, because how many Democrats are going to be going to prison? It's political of them going after Trump. Let's get back to his house in Florida. He had those secret files that had been declassified. And there's so much security where Mr. Trump lives. You might think I'm bananas. President got more security than you and me got together. Just use common sense, people. They got cameras on that property. They got motion sensors on that property. There's no way you're going to get in there to get those documents. It was secure. But go back when they got Biden. He was a senator. He had no right under the Constitution to have those secret documents. Look where Biden had his documents, in the garage next to his Corvette. You know what them people says in Washington, D.C.? He don't know what he's doing, he's not in his right mind, this and that. If that's the case, common sense people, if that's the case, them people in D.C. says he's not in his right mind, he's not competent, he doesn't understand. What is a blankety blank is he still the president? And look at his son. I've talked to people, I can't mention their names, they've been on the news, but I talked to somebody that I know, I can't give their names out, or what kind of job. They found some white powder in the White House. Did they arrest nobody? No. You know what that white powder they found in the White House? If that was you and me, we'd be in jail. I don't care if his dad is the president. But that's what makes me mad, people. No, because Hillary even broke the law, erasing all those emails, you know. If any people, John Doe or Jane Doe, it's like us. We're not rich, or we stupid, or we smart. If we try some of this crap that they do, we be in jail. You know, I know I complain about gas prices, people. I know you all complaining. and not doing anything about it. Every state or commonwealth, I'm going to say all states, you know what I'm talking about, they got what they call price gouging law. Check in your state or commonwealth, but I use state. Check your state laws. They got a price gouging law. And they always raise gas up. Look what this weekend was. Memorial weekend. Gas jumped up 30 cents because of Memorial weekend. Every time there's a holiday, gas goes up 30 or so cents. Or Kentucky Derby, it goes up 30 to 40 cents. You know, they know it. But if you write your people in your state or your attorney general of your state, say, we got a law on price gouging. Can you do anything? You got to read the law. Then you can point that out to your attorney general. Lordy, I think here it's about maybe $3.59 somewhere. That's not bad. No. But, it's heck. Like, well, you know who the Kentucky governor is right now. Beshear, I think is his name. When he was the Kentucky Attorney General, he brought that price gouging law up to all these gas people. And they fined him a bunch of money. Gas prices stayed down. Since he came governor, the Attorney General of Kentucky ain't done a blankety blank thing. All you people of the planet, all you do is contact your Attorney General of your state. But look up the price gouging law. That way you know what to say to your Attorney General of your state. Because, that's what it takes. It takes more than one person. Maybe 20 to a couple of hundred people to your Attorney General of your state to get these oil companies on price gouging. You all seen it on when we have hurricanes, tornadoes. People does price gouging. Well, the state steps in, and some of them gets big fines, some of them gets arrested. But that's what you need, people. I'm not going to try to tell you to start a riot. I want you to do it peaceful. No burning houses down, gas stations, or fighting or shooting people. Do it nice. Write letters. Be polite in the letters you write to your Attorney General of your state on price gouging. Oh, my back's hurting. I done too much work. I got my little dolly. Took my washer out. Take it outside. It was falling to pieces. I know I had it about 5 or 6 years. I don't know how old it was before I bought the house. So far, I had my dryer replaced, hot water heater, my ice box. I done some work on my air conditioner a few years ago. I want to give Miller air conditioning and heating in Scottsburg, Indiana, a big shout out. They're only, I guess, 5 miles, 6 miles north of me in Scottsburg. And they're pretty nice people. So, I guess within the first year, maybe second year, it's doing, so it was what, 20? When the virus hit, 19 or 20. And a good air-conditioned person will put that dye in there and see if there's any leaks. He didn't do that. He placed some kind of valve on it to fill it back up. It wasn't 24 hours later. No air conditioning. If it gets too hot, people, I can't breathe. I only turn my air conditioner on at night because I like to have it a little cool in the house where I can sleep. In the wintertime, I keep it around somewhere between 66 and 69 degrees in the wintertime. I can't breathe when it's hot. So any good-looking ladies out there, you know what you got to deal with. Uh-oh. Margaret's doing her hoochie-coochie thing. She wants a husband. But Sock's been fixed. He can't even do anything. She's up there rubbing his nose with her nose. She's like, come on, Socks, I need some help. But that's okay. But when these female cats get in their lovable stage, boy, I get all kinds of loving. Especially Wildcat. The reason I called him Wildcat, I thought he was a wildcat. I still think he's a wildcat. Maybe he got some bobcat into him or something, but the tail's too long. But he has the markings of a wildcat. I don't know if wildcats will mate with the domestic cats or not. Oh, barbecue. Well, ain't there a barbecue or something like that in Florida? I think that's what the hell says, He was at barbecues there around Alders Creek. That's your wife. She's trying to give you some loving, Socks. Socks hissed at Margaret, took the paw. All Socks is doing rubbing her nose as his. And, like I say, that's okay. But I don't want no more baby kitty cats inside of this house. Outside, I don't mind. Baby cats in here, you have to teach them to use the cat box. That's too much work, people. Some mama cats pick their babies up, put them in the cat box. Most of the ones I have would do that. But these cats are pretty nice. Barbecue is good. I might have to get me some barbecue at the first of the month. Since I had that deal where they spread my throat open, got me a beef and cheddar at Arby's, curly fries. Didn't have no problem. Everything in my throat's okay. The way I've been told, lucky I haven't died because my throat really began to close. At least I found out it wasn't cancer. But remember, people, tomorrow's Monday, wherever you are on the planet. If they have a memorial service tomorrow, go and visit them. Or there'd be a few veterans there. You can thank them for their service. They appreciate it. Where I'm going tomorrow, there'll be some Vietnam veterans there. You all get to see them tomorrow if I don't screw my phone up. But I don't know why. I'm going to call her a stupid mare. I had respect for Treva until this month, when they're going to have it up on the square where there is no veteran. There's not one veteran buried on that square. It's just tombstones and your flags, which you all get to see it tomorrow. I think I'm going to leave here around 9 o'clock. It'd take about 10 or 15 minutes to get there. I like to get to the memorial service where I can talk to some people I don't get to talk to and all this. I still got to take this 32-inch door out, put that in the shed. It's a metal door, so if somebody's going to remodel a door, you know, it's a 32-inch door or 32 and a half, something like that. But the way the building codes are now on the planet, I think they have to be 36 inches or bigger, you know, for wheelchairs and stuff like that. I hope they are in all 50 states. So I'm going to have to get me some barbecue. I like to find a good-looking girl, you know, skinny, small top half, no watermelons or cantaloupe. He said, why? I said, I had wives that had cantaloupes and watermelons. They always complained of their back hurting. See, ladies, I know how you all feel. But your husband loves you. But with my heart condition, blood pressure, I don't need to listen all that complaint going on. So you, like I say, you probably got good kids. I got my son living with me because his house burnt 2 or 3 years ago. He couldn't afford rent, didn't have insurance on the house, so he lost everything. He almost died in the house fire, smoke inhalation, some burns here on his nose and his fingers. And kept him in the hospital 3 to 7 days over the Louvre at the burn center. And he said, "Dad, can I go stay with Mom for a week?" I said, "As long as you two don't kill each other." He stayed with his mom for a little bit. He comes in here. He doesn't pay me any rent. He buys his own food. He cooks his own food. You know, his meatloaf, he don't fix meatloaf like my mom fix, or you could buy at Walmart or Kroger's, you know, with onions and all that stuff in there and eggs, and he doesn't make it, but I usually get about 3 pieces of his meatloaf. That's all. And like Manwich, I buy the hamburger. He said, "Dad, you're supposed to buy 2 pounds of hamburger to 1 can." He says, "Son, look at the can. It says 1 pound of hamburger to 1 can of Manwich or Sloppy Joe's." You know, too greasy, but man, I love it fixed like that. His a little bit too dry. But when I'm frying a hamburger, people, I chop it up, get the hamburger fine. I don't like it in clumps. You know, I try to teach them. Nope. Don't work. You still, even when he goes fix tacos, he got big chunks. I said, "Son, you're supposed to chop it up where they be fine. You don't see those big chunks when you go to Taco Bell or places like that." So, everybody have a good Memorial Day tomorrow. I want to thank you all. That's my favorite thing. I just found this one, the peppers. There's some more I can add to it. But I want to thank you all. I want to thank you, people of the planet. Get me those 4,000 watch hours since YouTube's taking away everybody's watch hours. Taking away our subscribers and our views. If you saw the first part of this video with Missy's channel, you saw what she explained to you. I've done, that was my 3rd time of watching it, but you people sworn on me. I'm not the only one that's losing subscribers, or losing watch hours, or losing views. MG Law, who's a lawyer. I'm expecting some of these lawyers that got YouTube channel to sue YouTube. So, but, you know, I had a great day. It will, tomorrow, people, I want to say give 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be live, maybe 9:15. That way, I'll be on the drive, and you get to see the town square. Should I take my tripod? I think I take my tripod with me and give it a try. Let's see if I can find any more categories I can add. No, I don't like that one. Okay, people, this is for all your YouTubers. You're my angel. So, if I do this right, see, the angel over my head. So that means, I might be an angel. Sometimes I could be a a-hole too. But since of my heart, blood pressure, I try to stay calm. That's what God wants me to do, people. So, I figure at least I could find some flowers on here, but people, the reason you see all that, I'm using Prism Live Studio on my cell phone. You all can live stream with your cell phone. If you're the co-pilot in your car, you have no problem. But if you're driver, you can't do it. But you ought to get your cell phone holder. It's just cover about this. I got my, about no more than an inch wide. That way it'll hold your cell phone. You saw a video I done. You don't need a cell phone holder. It covers the whole back of your phone. It gets hot. So I catch you all later unless I decide to get on here tonight. So hit the thumbs up, people. Hit the subscribe bell. So you all have a great day. Have a great Monday. Tell your kids you love them. Kids, tell your parents you love them. Because anything can happen. Car wrecks or they die in their sleep. You always tell them you love them before you leave to go anywhere. Or before you go to school, tell your parents you love them. Parents, you do the same thing. Anything can happen. And people, as I say, you hear it, you see it, you report it. Child abuse, or woman abuse. But I'm going to look a couple of videos probably sometime this week on woman abuse. The best one that I could share with you all people. You go to your search engine, people, fathers, mothers, uncles, and search for sign of abuse. That way you know if your daughter, your sister, your aunt, anybody like that, you know what to look for. When they come over and visit you, the attitude might change. Something about them change. But that gives you an idea about abused women. Ladies, it's not your fault. People say, yes, sir, that's their fault. They cheated on me with another guy. I said, well, sir, if you'd done your homework, she wouldn't cheat with another man. You do your homework, they're not going to leave you. You know, that's only my opinion. You women knows what I'm talking about. You know, make sure if you get abused, please report it. You got to have the paper trail. You got to have the hospital stuff to back all you up. I look up some YouTube videos. I think it was in Louisiana, down there where the Mardi Gras is. I forget who this famous actor was. He's a karate guy. It's not Patrick Swayze, but you know who I'm talking about. He had his own police department. He was a deputy sheriff in that New Orleans area. But he was a karate guy. But I think of it later, so you all have a great day. Drive safe. Like I say, if you hear it, you see it, you report it. If you can videotape it without being afraid, you can do that. But don't be afraid. As I point out, you all say, I don't want to get involved. Think about it, people. If you call the police, that lady or child was probably still being alive. Just think about it. I'd rather be safe and sorry. So God bless you all. Have a great Sunday and have a great Memorial Day tomorrow. God bless you all.